NIP versus FaZe, the third map in this series, and boy, are we excited to get this one underway.
Yes, indeed. Harry Russell, the love muscle, and of course, we're joined by Hugo B. Byron of Brighton, and we are ready to get this one underway. Oxfordshire nowhere in sight, but of course, the end of this series is, and it just might end with FaZe Clan running away with it, or will the Ninjas of Pyjamas give them their first loss of the road to Rio? Let's find out. Get stuck in. The action is now. The action is here. The ESL1 Road to Rio.
Yes, indeed. And the action, well, it's just around the corner, Trace, because NIP on the CT side are getting dealt a slow crawl by FaZe. It's a sneaky one towards the B bomb site. 3 players here for NIP. Double Eppa setup is a great bait because Letgrow is going to draw these players in and run down the ramp, and then this double setup can shoot FaZe in the back of the head. Let's see if it goes that easily, because Letgrow spot him. No repeat. NIP are patient, and rightly so. FaZe are walking close, but ooh, here it comes. Cole gets a kill. He's doubled it with the Glock of all guns.
Yeah, gets the USP and then gets USP. But Letgrow not able to hold on to the B site means it has fallen into the realm of FaZe. Bomb plant found. There's a flank on a flank, because you'll note that Plopsky has been chasing Nico this whole time. He's been in hot pursuit, and there we go. The kill does come in. Now, they dedicated a lot of time to dealing with Nico, but it does at least clear out the back line. However, that is the only line that they've got left. Plopsky here, he needs a couple of one-liners of his own in this situation if he wants to win the round, and Brokey's not going to let that happen. FaZe, they get off to a good start. They lock in the pistol, and now they get ready for a rip-roaring beginning in the train yard.
An unfortunate situation right there, if you think about it. Especially for Plopsky, a guy that has been there since the beginning that has really put some pain on FaZe Clan. But these situationships are not going to get any easier, guys.
No, and like situationships through the night, FaZe and NIP will pass each other. I don't know, there was some joke in there. Either way, FaZe a round up on the third map. First to the punch, but who will get back up? Will it be NIP? Eagle Armor, CZ's in a scout, and a solo inner player in the form of Letgrow. He's watching that ramp from the back flusher position, back of the bomb site. Here come the cavalry though. FaZe is going to be moving through B very fast. Plopsky's come in with a scout, but no worry for FaZe. They've got the bomb plant at least allowed. Letcrow's taken first blood by dropping rain, but Nico's clearing out the close trains, trying to find out where these CTs sit, where the Swedes lie. Nico, he's looking for him, but he doesn't want to overplay his hand. The smoke begins to fade, so he plays next to it instead. Off the sound of the scope in, he takes down Plopsky and even goes deeper. That's going to be harder for them to unravel him from this position later in the round. And, well, that's not even going to happen with Olof finding more kills and the time ticking out of the hand of NIP. Rez is down the ramp. Olof's missed the timing, but Rez has run right back. No kit here for NIP, so no round as FaZe find a second. They should be able to get out with all their guns as well, exiting towards the CT spawn. Rez needs to get in this corner if he wants to survive as well.
Terrorists win.
Oof.
I love the way the bomb sounds in slow motion.
Yeah.
Trace, you do a good impression of that? The bomb sound effect in slow-mo?
Can't just do that on command, dude. Come on.
Sorry.
Everybody
Sorry,
knows
man.
that.
Yeah, I didn't mean to just throw you under the bus like that, or under the train, I guess.
Well, we're on track, Harry, and that's for sure. On track to see some weapons in the next round for the Ninjas in Pyjamas. Not this round. My Ninjas, they ain't gonna have no weapons.
A little bit of a B play on the cards for FaZe. They've kind of shown a bit of affinity towards this side of the map. They really do love it, and they've got away with a lot of success here. They also know that NIP aren't really going to have much in the way of resistance. Can Letgrow and his Deadly Deagle combination do any damage down at the bottom of ramp? Let's find out. Letgrow, all eyes on you, and he's only good for a bit of damage onto Rain, and that there is the round. That's pretty much all the exciting part out of the way.
And on that note, pretty much just kind of sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Of course, Harry draws a bit of cartoon on the side, so we're going to go ahead and play some of his cartoons out. No, you didn't get those prepared? Okay. Sorry, Harry.
No, sorry, man. Oh, we're going to get a Zeus, maybe.
Here we go.
Rain, don't
warmed up.
look down there because you won't like what you see. Olaf, not able to hold on to the back line, and now Plopsky has even more room to work with. The barrel might have betrayed Rain, and there it is, the Zeus kill. Oh, it's a cleanup. NIP, they might not win the round, but my goodness, do they do us proud. They get all the damage, they get a Zeus kill. Personally, I don't, who even cares about the series now, man? You are the moral victors of this game.
Once we've got that electricity out, then it's perfect. We're good. We're set up for the future.
We're charged.
I don't get how you've, because before, I used to have to see you build up into the Zeus sound, whereas now, you just do it on command.
I'm convinced that he is the sound effect.
It's like you've gotten stuck, and we're just replaying that
It's just
moment.
a broken record. I guess you guys are a little young. Were you born in year 2000?
I have a record player, Trace, don't worry. But it's like, for
Man,
our generation, that's
has
a vintage retro purchase. That's not an,
Hipster, of course.
Yeah, clearly. Look at me, massive hipster here. Double orbs, but split. One per side. Brokey's going to get out of main very fast with that flashbang. Parting gift of a no-scope through the wall. NIP, great previous round in terms of doing damage on an eco, and look at where that's left FaZe's money. They want to crunch inner here with a bit of an Ivy lurk coming in on the back line. I mean, at any point, if those Ivy players want to hit A, FaZe can drop back down through the pop dog. They don't own it yet, but they might. Rez is paving a way, rather, into this position, but he also might be able to put bullets in the back of the head. Rain switched out. He knows. He was so ready for that as well, and he almost hints that he knows someone's coming, switches to a grenade, looking at the corner, and then gets one-tapped. Rez doesn't even need to go back in. If he just stays alive here, he is a nuisance. He is in the back line, but Brokey's ready for it and finds him with the orb. So FaZe now back in control. But in this moment, Plopsky has pushed T-Con and through the spawn found the same situation. He knows the bomb is here. It was spotted earlier. And so even those Ivy's getting taken, NIP are so focused on killing these players in box halls because it will win them the round. And oh, here they come.
Yeah. That is the case. The bomb is by itself up here.
This is very horrible for FaZe. They're trying to rejoin with the bomb. They're saying, don't worry, Brokey. We haven't forgot about you. But they have had to forget about Brokey. He has been fed to the wolves, okay? They might be saying otherwise. He's very much alone here at B. There's no time to get this bomb down. And actually, the wolves, uncharacteristically merciful on the NIP side. They're going to let Brokey survive. They feel for the guy.
One-man wolf pack. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I do, Trace.
Nice.
And this, not one of those.
One of those times, of course.
Oh, dear.
That's why I got that tattooed on myself. It was going to be a pack of wolves, and I just got one wolf because I'm a one-man wolf pack.
You should probably not do that on your face, though. I mean, that's a pretty jarring.
It's a blacklight tattoo. You can't see it unless we're in a blacklight.
Ah, okay.
Anyway, FaZe
You're
Clan.
like a banknote.
Yeah, basically.
Is your trace real? Verify it at a local bank.
If it doesn't have the wolf tattoo, then no.
There's a chance your trace could be
counterfeit.
Yeah.
And nobody wants that. But I tell you what no one else wants, an AWP shot to the torso. And that's exactly what coldzera receives, high in supply in that round. Man advantage taken for an IP. Since these rifles have come out, they've been looking good. And now pop control maybe going to be the aim of the game here for FaZe Clan. That nade, nothing more than a little tickle onto Rez. Wow. And even though he's fully blind, kill feed marker, great for
reminding
rubbing
Nico.
Salt in the wound. Like, Nico, mate, he didn't even turn from your flash. I'm Counter-Strike, by the way. That's meant to be this voice. So, Rain holding on to Pop Dog. Throws in a nade of his own. Rez having some deja vu here. He's seen this maneuver before. The nade not really doing much. Will there be a flash to follow?
So pop exit molly. So that's to cut Rez off, but he's just going to smoke it. And I like that. Hanging around, really being annoying and not letting FaZe down here. The key of this as well is FaZe want B. They don't even want A. But knowing that Rez is in the pop dog means at any point, especially when they have 3 alive and they have to focus on B, he can just flank. And so you can already see him setting up to do so. FaZe leave him alone for 5 seconds, and Rez goes, yeah, well, I know where you are. You're hitting B. And here he is on the back line, about to win the round on his own. No one's watching. There's one. Or gone. Rez with 2, and he sprays them all down. I mean, you know, Rez knew that was coming. FaZe knew that was coming, and there was nothing they could do about it. Dear, oh dear. What an excellent flank from Rez. 4 kills in the round, and NIP find 2. They've broken the money of FaZe.
Yeah, Rez is great to watch in the pop position, so let's see if he goes back to it. This round, he's going to admire it from afar, and that might be the right read. He knows there's only going to be pistols for FaZe in this round, and so Molly's the pop dog position early. That's going to really solidify that FaZe didn't get down there, and now he takes it up later in the round. Was originally holding to see if anyone came out of main, and that is not the case. So now with pop control, this is a great spot for Rez, because once again, it opens up the possibility of this fast flank in behind enemy lines. He is going to be the first man to rotate in. He will be that first point of contact. And so for Nork and Letcro here inside of the site, all they got to do is buy time for Rez to find something. And Nork doubling up, the bomb plant looking to get denied, but Letcro goes back to pick a fight with Olof, his fellow Swede, and that's a crime that Olof punishes swiftly. Coldzera with a Glock. It would be pretty cool if he did something there, but probably never going to happen.
Really ringing off a dink or two right there would have been impressive, to be completely honest, at that range. But yeah, Nip, well, they're going to put that third one up. We're back at even kilter. If some of you were here with us just a little while ago, you might have noticed we went into overtime a couple of times, maybe even 3 times, trace times. Well, we're going to be looking for that again here on Train, the decider. Again, the team that loses is not out. They will drop down to the lower bracket.
Yeah, boy, was overtime a stunner.
Nice, dude. Nice.
And this one, I mean, it's just warming up, Trace. It's just getting good. Not even begun to peak yet. Ooh, Olof smokes that molly in Olof outside. If anything, it might make NIP think there's someone in the yard, but as long as they had an orbit train on position, which they didn't, they might know that's not the case. Now, Plopsky doesn't know that's not the case, and so he has to be very careful in clearing this position. Plays inside of the smoke, and he might get a fight here. Oh, Olof ducks out. Now to B here. FaZe have loved this B bomb site. They've been all over it, and they'll go quick again. Letcro, not the position that he wants for that gun, but he does get a lot of value out of it. A lot of miles on the dashboard now as he takes damage onto Nico. Plant is allowed, and Reyes has been found. It's a retake with 3 for NIP.
And a lot of this is going to be hinging on how this first contact comes in for NIP, right? And that might already be the save, because that's not what they were hoping for. Twist is already very, very deep, and he's kind of committed to this regardless. The man who could certainly look to get away is Nork, but Twist is making a bit of a case for sticking around. However, he gets put in the ground, and a missed shot from Nork the second time around is enough for him to get sent downtown as well. Nico in there with 3. The hat trick for him, and a 4th round on the board for FaZe. Plenty of money for the Nip boys, so they will have another investment looming. And it looks like we might have Nork returning to that AWP. Not going to be a double AWP setup here over on the... Yeah, actually it is going to be the double AWP setup over here on the CT side. Second one of those purchased up in secret by Twist. But it's found its way into Letcro's hands again, and we've seen him picking it up more and more. I'm curious as to why Twist ain't on it.
FaZe are going fast here. They're sending up smokes for an early outer exec. They won't take it off of spawn, but that's because of Molotovs. And now that they have faded, FaZe will get into the fray. Oh, Plopsky still standing. He gets out. He runs Olof, and he smoked the molly in the sandwich to get out of this position. FaZe are going to try and hunt him down later, but Olof has already been removed. Rain grenaded down, and Rez has doubled it up with that kill. Brokey, there's smokes in every direction. The bomb's on top of the train. This is not a good round for FaZe, but he's going to use his pistol. Oh, he misses the shot, and he's going to get re-peeked off of giving away his position. Cold in a 1-on-5, and will not be long for this world, even with 1. Now they surround him. Every corner, every crevice, and NIP make quick work of that round. 4-4. FaZe's money gone as well. They were relying on a bomb plant at bare minimum, and without it, they're going to have to take an eco. Back to B, maybe? It's been pretty much the go-to for FaZe all game long.
So, Hugo, we look at this. Where are you satisfied with FaZe's
halftime result? What's it going to be? What's the score line?
What do I want, or what do I think they're going to get?
What would be the most satisfying halftime result?
11-4. That'd be the most satisfying they could physically
well,
get.
you know what? I'm out.
I think they could get 8 rounds here, really. Like, and if they do, NIP are going to have their work cut out for them, right? Because this is not a T-sided map, and FaZe are very, very good at train. So right now, 4-4 is a good spot to be in. Obviously, NIP will take the lead, likely, in this round. But FaZe are going to have guns right back. And they're very interested in B. And typically, on train, we see the opposite. We see a team obsessed with a site to almost a weird point. It is often outer, where you run those fast yard plays that really rely on like your opening kill. And if you get it, you can like steamroll these outside rounds. But FaZe, they've been going in and I actually kind of like that change. You know, it's been working out. They got the util for it. And they've not been letting NIP back in for the retake. But this one's just Eagles, and NIP are taking away control of the map from FaZe. Popsky's push main. It's forced FaZe upper, but that's exactly where NIP want them to go.
Yeah, that slow creep up over here towards B, about to come to its rather explosive conclusion. Noak holding down the ramp, has Lecro inside of the site. Once again, a fast rotate available from Rez, and with no utility, this should just be a cleanup for NIP. And indeed it is. They get all the kills required. They don't lose a single man. They can be very, very happy with how that round draws to a close. And now we have a reinvestment from FaZe. No team yet to pull ahead in a very big way in this map, and that's kind of what we expected. Thus far, it has been a lot of close games today.
Especially in this series, right? I mean, if 3 overtimes doesn't scream close to you,
Then what does?
Then what does?
That's the question we're all asking, Hugo.
Popsky has a great spawn. He's crossed towards Pop Dog in this round. Got E-Box support as well if needed. Rez can double up in this position, which, you know, is always nice to have double pop. It means your back-end player can watch for the T-con play. Oh, Plotsky's got some grenades in his repertoire. That's a nice one. Landing 40 onto Brokey. We saw a really nice smoke thrown by Vinny and Furia that lands up top of the ladder and lets you, like, sit on the ladder and one-way the smoke so the T's can't see you. I hope we see some more of that today. Don't know if either of these teams have got that one. But I tried it in a pug. Didn't work. Got shot through the smoke.
Of course.
Didn't try it again after that.
Well, Harry hit a wallbang on this map.
Yeah,
so it was pretty cool.
Yeah. From T-spawn, or above T-spawn, the toilets, the kitchen maybe, to back green with the AWP.
Here we go. Nock could perhaps hit one himself. Knocks Olaf out. Another op on the inside here, and this is where the bomb's going to be. Brokey looks to take that fight, ends up getting silenced by Lecro. With that bomb being planted, Lecro's going to dump a Molotov and a grenade into the site, trying to get this player who's ultimately stuck on the bomb train in rain. Try to get him out of position.
Yeah, also keep your eye on Nico coming in on this flank through Ivy. He's been pretty fast on his approach, but no one from NIP is keeping an eye on this, and so he could tear this round apart. Rain only is to buy time, and he has just worked his way around these two brilliantly. Now he is about to get pressured. Plopsky shut down Nico on the wrap, and Noak comes on in, gets the late trade onto Rain. NIP, they actually dig themselves out of that hole and put themselves as 6th on the board.
How is Popsky ready for that? Like, this dude is on another level. He's so aware. He's so ahead of the game. And I mean, you know, we talk about young players. I feel like the fact that Plopsky is 17 just kind of slips under the radar a little bit because this guy has been in NIP for so long and he's been fragging in this team for so long. But yeah, he really is talented and kind of owning, beating up on these, you know, very experienced FaZe Clan players today. NIP hold a slight lead. FaZe don't win that post-plant, but they do get enough money to justify a buy, and they want a fast result as well in towards B. Nork is here. The Molotov lands. He's got to get out of there as well. will have to fall back to a safer position as FaZe take control of the box halls. Double pop flank available. NIP, they've been going for it round after round. If Rez climbs the ladder here, he's once again going to be the biggest problem, the thorn in the side for FaZe. But he won't wait, he will wait rather until FaZe are out in the site.
And it's the double op set up inside. I do love to see that. Let's see how it plays out. Lekro takes a shot, dumps a grenade in. He's got a whole crosshair full of people. He's only able to find Brokey, and that's good enough. One click, one kill. Now spots one upper. That's going to be Coldzera that falls. And again, this has not gone well other than the bomb plant. Ooh. Just Nico and Olaf left to defend it.
Oh dear, Olaf gets caught with nades out, and Nico does not fare any better. Defuse for NIP, and you know, a few rounds ago we said that no team was really pulling ahead or showing like a sign of victory here in the first half. Well, NIP, a bit of a breath of fresh air in that sense, 7-4 up. Chaining together these rounds over on the CT side and continuing to deal with these B plays that FaZe try and deal them. Would be nice to see FaZe just try something over towards A, just for the sake of, you know, not letting NIP get too comfortable with these B takes being the kind of bread and butter of this T side. And a tactical pause now for FaZe.
Of course, and it would make sense. And as it stands, Ninjas of Pyjamas have your number. We saw what Rez was capable of doing, even if he wanted to push up the ladder. Doesn't even necessarily have to. It's just kind of a pick and choose sort of situation.
Yeah, I like that as well, because if you do it every round, it becomes a mainstay, then FaZe are going to expect it. And like they already expect it, but they're really going to dedicate a player for it if Rez flanks him 3 rounds in a row or something on inner hit. So yeah, especially considering it wasn't something NIP needed. They found the advantage. Lekro gets this AWP kill, and then, you know, for NIP, they're an upper man. They can retake safe, so Rez can join his team. Maybe if FaZe get an entry, Rez flanks fast, because he feels the necessity to have impact in the round. When his team get the kill, he knows that things are under control. So, just an idea as to how Rez is playing that one. Ooh. Scoped, and that's perfect for Nork. He pre-aims the position that Cold swings into, despite seeing a player above. Doesn't bait him in. He knows it's a flash play. He knows that Cold is getting set up and shut down in this B hall. FaZe can't commit because of the smoke. They have to stall it once again. And, oh, well, look who's in the pop dog. It's Rez. We'll see if this flank comes in. I've never seen a team go towards B so many times. I'm not even against it. Like, I've liked some of the executes FaZe have had. That, you know, we had that double AWP inner. It got completely denied all vision last round. And NIP couldn't see a thing. So, once again, good util for FaZe, but smoke shots not connecting Nork. Oh, he's getting run down. He doesn't realize it. He's jumped. He's got the info, but they're getting close. On the oil train, great movement from Olaf. Finds the wallbang headshot. Propsky on rotation. Spots them getting aggressive, and he gets a double as well. Inside of the site is another man. It's Brokey trying to get the plant with the cover from Nico. This is still a winnable round for FaZe, but they are a man down.
Oh, and there was a timing there. Brokey, Nico rather, almost got caught out on upper. Brokey here inside of the bomb site, and he does get broken down. Nico, a lot to do, and time working against him. My word, he's been tagged as well. Everything goes from bad to worse there for FaZe. 8 on the board for NIP. This CT side starting to look really quite dominant from the Swedes. There's still time for FaZe to turn this around. You know, they can still 7-8 this half, and at that point it would be fine, but a lot of these B rounds haven't even felt that close, and that's what's kind of scary right now. NIP are dealing with it so well every round.
And there's still consistent bomb plants for FaZe Clan, so they're able to keep the money churning a little bit, and that's something to consider as well. Of course, once you go on max loss bonus, every one of those plants is going to be lovely regardless. However, not winning rounds, that's going to be what catches up with FaZe Clan right here. You're right, Nip, 8-4 commanding currently.
Yeah, really good control over the CT side. FaZe need at least those buffer rounds, like 5, 6, something like that, just to set them up. Give them something to fall back on, right? Because if you get 11 forward, you lose pistol, suddenly the game's over, right? You don't even get a chance. You get a pistol round, you get forces, and you get 1 rifle round. And if you mess that up, you're up against 15 with your next rifle, or you're forcing a 14. Like, either of those options are awful. So FaZe needs something here. They can't get 11 forward, or at least they shouldn't get 11 forward. Hopefully they move away from these inner hits for a start, because that has not been working in the last couple. NIP have shut them out. Fast pop play. This is what I like from FaZe. A quick approach towards this site for Rez. blinded, gets a kill. He's only good for one. Blinding is the response, and Norg fires off through the smoke to drop cold. Now it's a late inner play for FaZe, and they've caught the rotations. They beat NIP to the punch. Everyone has moved outer because of that utility. This is a really good call for FaZe. The issue is, again, the lack of manpower, the lack of players, and the fact that NIP have kits and utility for the retake.
Rain's been pretty quiet here on Train, but you literally cannot spell Train without Rain. So let's see if now is the tipping point for this man. He would have a lot to answer for here, and he fired off a little too early. He fired his shot, but not hit the mark, and now Brokey trying to get out of there as well. Does have Rain's back. Rain shutting down Lekro. Brokey continuing, and oh dear, this was a 3-on-4. Whoa. And 3 players stay alive for FaZe. 5 on the board.
And right there, when we talk about the B side, we talk about like getting aggressive and wanting to maximize your chance in the post plant by cutting off CT rotations. Right there, that's excellent because FaZe force everyone out of NIP. So when they get aggressive inside of B, even though Rain gives away his position, even though they miss shots, the choke points NIP are coming through are so tight that FaZe are just able to hold these crossfires. And of course, it helps Rain pops and hits 2 nice shots, but. Yeah, I mean, FaZe cordoned NIP out of the site. They had no control there, and they struggled to get back into recon. Quick pop spot. Rez stands tall. Doesn't need to use his smoke. That molly doesn't reach it, but the rest of FaZe are bursting out main.
Oh, Olaf leading this charge and getting up in the face of Plopsky. Rez still trying to hold on to Popdog, and this leaves him in a bit of an awkward spot, but he continues to find success, and they just can't deal with Rez. No, Nork actually burns Twist to death, and oh dear.
Wait, what?
Oh dear, this was not how it was meant to go. Friendly fire at the A bomb site, and Rez trapped in Pop. It looked like a blessing, but now it might be a curse, because with so much time left, this bomb has rotated out of A. Cold was holding on to the top of Popdog, and it will be a B-side plant for FaZe once again. Even when they play for A, they plant on B.
I love it. This T side has been so suffocating by FaZe, and even though it's not been the most successful, it's about the game plan, right? It's about the halftime score, and FaZe are going to have it. They're going to have 6-7 at bare minimum. Let's see if Rez can stop them in their tracks. Moving back into B, being silent as well. FaZe, they know he's not saving. It's a 1-on-2. You know Rez is going for this one with his scoreline. Smoke on the bomb, potentially, but nade landing, smoke fake, and there comes the peak. They know he's off it. They can just play with their food now. The knife is out. Oh, misstabs, but Brokey does get there in the end and secure FaZe a 6th.
So close. Scary stuff as we enter the last round of the half here. Round number 15.
Man, if there was a kit in play there, that would have been real scary.
I think he had a kit.
Oh, yeah, wait, he did. I'm just blind, mate.
Sorry, I don't want to say it, but...
No, yeah.
It was close. He taps it initially and tries to force a fight with the smoke, but yeah, they go down the ramp on the first contact.
That was scary, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Almost. NIP... Almost rounds aren't going to cut it. If FaZe can come back 7-8 in this half, that's quite the turnaround here for FaZe. Winning these last 3 is what was required for that scoreline. And they're just one away from exactly that. Rez and Nico locked in a standoff that neither one of them know they're participating in just yet. However, now they do, and now it's become all too clear.
Ooh.
Olaf ready to take this fight if needed. Twist is certainly looking wise to the challenge and actually is ready for Olaf somehow, some way.
Wow. Must have seen the birds disappear, maybe. Of course, that has been changed recently, so CTs can't see it. Actually, maybe he could from his deep position. Either way, it's going to be FaZe down a man. Nork has no armor on his AWP, but still potent as ever on that inner bomb site. And that's the thing, NIP are conditioned to be right now. Why would you not be? Every round is ended inner for FaZe. This doesn't look like it will be the case in this round, but I count nothing out.
There's one thing this international squad is not afraid of doing. It's going around the world if required. Rain opening this round up, dealing with Rez. The response is in, and Plopsky's forward position might be enough. He's nailed one, but he's looking for even more. Brokey wrapping around to hold the back line. Rotation coming in from Lekro. 20 seconds left on this clock. And FaZe, they've got to commit, they've got to get this bomb down, and Plopsky still being a nuisance, refusing to part ways with the A site. Brokey left in the 1v1, and he needed to land the no-scope, but not today. 9-6 at the end of the first half. Join us for what could be the final half in this series, unless we head to any more overtimes after a very quick break.
Well, continuing to put the pain on FaZe is that of Plopsky. They do end out the half 9-6 over on the Nips side. Plopsky comes into this map, and he's got 56 and 49 for a KD. I'd say it's been a pretty rough day in the office for the homie. But, of course, for us, it's business as usual. We take a look at the pistol round now from the Ninjas of Pyjamas. They look like they want to put a lot of pressure at the outside site. Big shots from Brokey, though.
Yeah, nice opener in the pistol. Can the rest of FaZe follow in Brokey's footsteps? It certainly looks like it, as right now all the kills on that kill feed are in favor of FaZe. And there you go, Nork does get that kill. There was never a moment where I did not believe in Nork. He's gotten it down at 2 on 2, but Cold's error tapping him out of the equation now leaves Twist in a very big old clutch. Minute and 10 seconds left, and that bomb dropped over on the bomb train itself in the belly of the beast in FaZe. Ooh, Twist, this isn't a fight that you can look to win, my friend. every time he peeks that he's not connecting a shot, they're landing one onto him. It feels like just chipping away at his HP, and he does get cold, but the re-peek from Brokey proves to be a little too strong. 7 on the board for FaZe and a pistol found to kickstart this second half.
And Hugo, correct me if I'm wrong, pretty winnable about the time that Nip get a player into connector. But
Yes.
then things start to turn a little sideways. Nox able to hit a few good shots, knocks him down even. But
Can't pick it back up, Trace. Those are the Glocks, though. Glocks on out a yard. Yeah.
Glocks.
Versus USPs, not the weapon you want indeed. Brokey has a couple of fadeaway shots there as well. And for NIP, we're waiting for that rifle round in the follow-up. So a bit of a breather here as we see the Deeg on Nork. And the Glocks. Woo, party time for NIP.
yes, sir.
Just basically waiting around, using this as attack pause, hoping FaZe give them a kill. Business as usual for the Swedes.
A tweet has come in from Mr. Burchill. That's Mr. Burchill to you. Chad type. And he says, Plopsky is pretty gnarly to watch, and I'm going to have to agree. He's hit some pretty miraculous things in this series thus far. He doesn't look to slow down, especially now that they still hold on to the lead. Even after losing the pistol, this round might not go their way. The tipping point has already passed. coldzera with the last 2 kills, and now just trailing by 1 are FaZe. But again, Plopsky, big-time hero over here for this current Ninjas in Pyjamas squad, 18-9. And also, Harry, just so we can get some closure on this, will you be getting any Nip apparel, or is that kind of done since you made such a hissy fit about it on the broadcast?
I don't remember it being like that. I remember they sent me a little message with some words.
I vividly remember you in here in tears. So
Yeah, I mean, there was that, but that wasn't on the broadcast. That was before this show.
Something
there
else.
was a lot of crying, and yeah,
Just normal days.
yeah, that's just how I start my days. You know, you have a big emotional cry, get all the emotions out early, and then you don't feel for the rest of the day.
nice, man.
For me, it's the month, but yeah. I mean, that works.
Well, taking a look here, FaZe trying to have a bit of a feel as to how this CT side is looking, and cold position down here at Ivy side. Well, he is going to have some company, maybe some unwanted guests in Twist and Nork. Rain holding on to the Pop Dog as well, and he is going to get sandwiched here as they try and get out. There is still Lecro, who could look to come in on a main flank, but he's going to decide against that for the time being. NIP positioned to try and split this A bomb site, and looking good right now, but FaZe are aware of this. They've read the whole situation well, and they've got a very good idea. They've rotated all 5 players over towards the outer site. They've read this one hook, line, and sinker, and so NIP, they're walking into a stack.
Oh dear, but they're still getting kills. Cold and Olaf have been picked up, and there's still a man at the Ivy corner. Rain hasn't been cleared. He's so low. He swapped out the FAMAS, and to good effect, he's found 2 with it. Trapped our FaZe, though. 15 seconds for Plopsky to find the plant, unless he wants the kill. And yeah, it's tempting, isn't it? He's got it. Rain's dead. Down to Nico, gives away his position, and Rez will find him in the clutch. It's going to be NIP up to 10. Double dig for this T side. Holding it by 2, and that's FaZe broken economically. They might just force to try and level out their money here, but that would give NIP a little bit more of a lead. It could be a 12-8 before FaZe even get back in the swing of things. So that's the danger. That's the decision the FaZe have to make in this round, and they will save some money instead. Probably the safer one. Pistols, but cash in the back pocket. NIP with fast A smokes, but not committing behind it. They're going to go through the halls once again. FaZe actually getting aggressive as well.
They're in this smoke, they're in main, and they're going to get the info that this is clear. NIP completely vacating the outer bomb site, looking for this inner hit. And FaZe on the back of getting that info in main, they preemptively rotate almost everyone around to this site. So once again, It's another one of these rounds where NIP, they're walking into the stack. Are they going to be able to win their fights this time around when they're only up against the pistols? Initially, it's looking good. Cold, though, might offer up some resistance here with a nice double D. Nico, oh, wow. No. Oh, dear. It's the Nico effect. He's got ahead and brought this down to a 1v2 with 2 fast D kills. Twist left up in this clutch. Nico's Deagle is not where you want to find yourself. And oh, dear, it's a bit of a trade. Twist versus Rain.
I like this. He's trading the bomb plant for a gun. He's giving Rain a weapon, but he's getting positional advantage. Rain knows it. Rain's not even gonna, yeah, okay, he will get a weapon. I was gonna say there's AKs everywhere. And Twist, does he expect this? Does he predict the pop flank? Rain is gonna be so quick on the flank here. And if only he gets down the ladder in time, if Twist watches it, oh no. A second's difference, maybe, in Rain. If he was in position there, I think he has a drop on Twist, but great clutch nonetheless, and 11 for NIP. That was only an eco for FaZe. That was only Deagles with some saved money, and it gets knocked out. Nico, he does a great job of making it so close, but he just can't convert it.
Fast A play from NIP up against these pistols. They're going to try and run into this bomb site, get nice and deep, and that is going to be Letcro leading this charge. The only man within the site right now, and actually he's only good for one. At this point, NIP don't know the exact number of players that reside here for FaZe. Would it surprise you if I told you that NIP have found themselves in the middle of another stack, this time at the A-bomb site, and once again, it's not the most favorable of beginnings. Twist gets brought down and out of the equation by Brokey. This leaves all the pressure onto Rez in a 1v2. AKs have been retrieved, and he's now outmanned, outgunned, and not able to flick onto Cold Zera.
Oh my goodness, that one's gonna sting.
Yeah, especially with a team kill. Nork kills Plopsky, the top performer in the server, and he team kills him with a Galil. Oof. That really makes things harder for NIP. Nice aggressive round from Brokey. A couple of kills of the P250, even jumping into Olaf to find a fight. That's excellent work. It's saved FaZe on an eco round. They almost win the Deagles, and they do win with P250s. And now reaping the reward of that, right? Full rifles, the AK saved, the AWP here for Brokey. NIP's money, not quite you know, the pretty picture here. Rez can't afford to drop. That's a one tap through smoke. I did hear that, Cold.
It did happen. Perhaps we can run it back, hopefully get that replay.
Wow. Okay.
Sometimes things happen like that, you know?
What can you do about it?
Absolutely nothing. It's like you can't even really get mad when that happens. You could report someone, but not here. This wouldn't be the place to report people. I don't think that function even works in this server. Nonetheless, Brokey, seeing these grenades come off, is going to go ahead and go to a secondary position here with his AWP, finds a shot on Plopsky with ease, but the bomb will be planted for the Ninjas and Pyjamas, who are, albeit on some pistols. And this fight has not gone their way. With the bomb plant, they can feel marginally successful, but a defuse will come in for the FaZe clan no matter what, and that's going to bring us up to 11-10. I'm getting some Mirage vibes, Harry.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing better than feeling marginally successful, right? I think that's one thing we can agree with. 10 rounds on the board for FaZe, but you're right, NIP are going to be happy that they got a bomb plant there at the very least. That is despicable.
Just run that one back again. You know, the rest of these highlights are cool, but that one by itself is the coolest. Look at the timeout. I think it would be cool to watch that one again, but that's just me. Maybe I'm speaking for myself. Probably at this point.
Gonna get that work done, Trace.
You did that for me?
I'm unplugging things as we speak. I don't think I'm helping.
Oh, here we go.
But there it is.
Look.
And bang.
Cool, I guess, you know.
Right.
Calculated. All part of the plan. Knew
That's
he was
ridiculous.
There. Doesn't he? He like jiggle. That's like how a wall hacker plays, right? Like when he knows you're watching you, he's like jiggling the angle that doesn't exist. Like that angle doesn't exist.
Hell, man.
Like Nork's just holding the smoke, and then boom, he's dead. Okay, cool. Right, we'll be contacting the admins about Cole. Don't you worry, he'll be escorted out of the building by Sundown. And right now, FaZe, well, they might finish this game before Sundown because 11-10, and they've broken the money of NIP once again. So it's going to have to be Deagles. We've seen Nico's be won, but really only by FaZe. Cole, stop! No.
In the same position.
No.
Same smoke, same guys, same angle. Is it? Nok, maybe already regretting every decision he's ever made in his life up until this point, because it's found him in this moment once again. Trapped on Ivy with a hungry coldzera on the other side. It's a nice little tap from Nico, and he's trying to have a moment of his own. Go on, Nico. And number 4, give it to us. Oh, there it is. He does get it. He knocks them down. 11 on the board for FaZe. They make quick work of those pistols. NIP back in with the reinvestment, but this is all tied up now at 11-11. And it's FaZe really starting to pull ahead by leaps and bounds in this second half. The money hugely in their favor. And so for NIP, what this means is for the rest of this series now, it's going to feel like a real grind before you feel like you're in a position of power. Because you've got to break down this, minimum $6,000 on Olaf, but then or Rain. And then you're looking at someone like Nico with 10K in the bank. FaZe are in such a good spot right now.
Definitely. I think they're feeling it as well, right? With some of these kills coming through, some of the taps, right? Nico feeling it. Brokey breaking them, and he's found Rez and B upper as well. Quick pick to put FaZe a man up in round number 23.
Yeah, just a small hiccup for the side of the Ninjas of Pyjamas, who otherwise have their eyes set on Ivy. He's going to make his way through the smoke. That creates a whole new world of opportunities. Weirdly enough, I think the timing has worked out, and he's going to back right into it. coldzera did not see him. That is timing 101 right there. You can't believe what you've just seen.
Just walks through a smoke with his knife out, and Cole jiggles the corner and misses the timing. This round is still winnable, but Plopsky is trying to make it impossible as he finds 2 in the outer yard. Nico dead, and Olaf on a long wrap round. You know they're watching the pop. They've already smoked it off, and Olaf, he's got to go all the way round. Not a fun position to be in as NIP plant the bomb on A. Getting into some brawly outside rounds here as of recent. And Olaf, I mean, it might even be worth a save, right? Just to get away with the AK on its own.
Yeah, it looks like we have a save on our hands. Maybe Olaf takes out Knock here, and he does. Pretty easy headshot, all things considered, that we've seen in this game so far. But now they're going to close on him. They want to take the gun away from him at the end of the round. And at this point, if you're NIP, game is pretty close. Perhaps, just maybe, you send Lekro to do it. Which brings me to my next point. A tweet has come in, fellas. Are you excited?
Okay.
This one is from Sandeep Panwar. Hello. You and Harry and Hugo are doing great. I'm from India, and I'm enjoying my night. Can you please tell me hi on the stream? My name is Sandeep. Well, hi, Sandeep. Thank you for tweeting at us. And, well, you might not have used the right hashtag, which is hashtag ESL1, but the sentiment is there. Thank you so much for your time, and we hope you're enjoying the show.
Shout out to Sandeep.
Sandeep, keeping it real since 03.
Well, it's a fast round out main here for Lekro. He's run right down Olaf and taking a bit of a beating on the way, down to 39. It's a double AWP for FaZe, so got to be careful with these smokes. Rain is in pop as well. Lekro re-smoking E-box to try and cross. He's actually going to get flashed out. Rain looking for this kill, but with the smoke down, Lekro is hidden behind it. The molly's going to push him forward, but he doesn't have to worry about dying from the top of pop. Rez isn't fighting that right now. Surprising as that may seem with how keen he was in the first half. Now they don't know Rain's here, and so he will appear with a flashbang and a kill onto Lekro, finding Rain, or FaZe rather, the man advantage. Rez dropping off to the flash, and it works so well. Rain gets caught. That's unlucky. NIP back into a 4-on-4. Cold's having to peel back, and these AWPs might begin to rotate off B.
Yeah, Brokey's going to begin his rotation back round. Twist and Plopsky, though, they're already almost out of main. coldzera is actually mollied into this smoke, and he takes a very aggressive position. Nork unable to capitalize, and now a second man at the back of Ivy. The AWP ringing out with a shot, and maybe Nork isn't ready for Cold, still playing close as a result. Oh, coldzera now giving up the aim of the game here. They know that he's close in Ivy. They try and peek him with Twist, and that kill doesn't come through. Nox still not budging, just holding this Ivy position.
Wow.
Now elects to swing on out. The perfect timing there. Cole not able to trade that one.
And Nico was looking, but he just turned away as Nork peaks. It doesn't get more unfortunate than that. NIP are just holding this bomb by having Nork alive here. They don't know where Twist is, and it's ticked so far down. Olaf gets close to the kill. Nork has to find the frag. Now he's got it, but they're on the bomb, they're on the defuse, and Olaf has the cover from above. FaZe find the retake. They find 12. And they make it happen. NIP's bomb plant is a necessity in that round because they just about have money to buy. But even then, some players are going to be struggling. Some players are going to be a little behind. I actually like the play from Nork to not peek Ivy at all that round. He just really stalls out. And he knows there's a double setup there. He knows there's an AWP. That has something to do with why he's so patient. But because the bomb is planted for Ivy, he knows he can be the last point of contact in the round. He can try and clutch that because, I mean, what else are FaZe going to do? Rush him? If they do, he's ready for it. So, nice idea there, but it doesn't work out for NIP to find a round. FaZe keeping things back and forth, as they have been all game. And look at the money problems that we talk about. Popsky on a Mac 10. Nork on a Deeg. Twist can't get an AK. But NIP, they got to make do with what they got.
Oh, Brokey's heard the footstep. He knows that Plopsky has already slipped on by. Flash is good, though, and that's going to allow this Mac 10 to start to close the distance. Brokey, unperturbed by the danger that lurks in these upper halls, does stick around for just a moment.
He gets that opportunity to vacate, and you better believe he does. Definitely don't want to be stacked up too close. There are 5 members of NIP in the top of these halls right now, and just 2 players for FaZe defending this inside site.
Oh dear. Oh, I thought Brokey was going to rotate. Thatcher's taking a more passive angle. It will be needed. Molly on the ramp for FaZe. Well timed, and a grenade to follow. Maybe coming in a second too early, but they want the smoke to land on top of the molly so it blooms fast. NIP don't get a chance as they have to hit the site. They have to commit with what little they got. Olaf is still here. He's so blinded, but no one's found him yet. They're going to start to peel round this corner, but already with a kill is Twist. Raindrops Plopsky from a range, and he finds a bomb as well, but Rez is below with a Tech 9. This gun is RNG, and it's not going to do him too well. Brokey finds a kill, sets FaZe up for the retake with a man advantage.
Nox Deagle, what can it do? Nico can just keep a bead up on this upper position. The Deagle doing damage, and it does find him on the ladder now. Brokey's they get the defuse. Doesn't matter. Cole sticks it. Brokey playing around, having a great time. What a way to win the round. And there he is, the impact player in question. Mr. Ladder Stall. Yeah.
All part of the plan. Yeah. Just a little bit of noise disruption right there to really throw off what was otherwise an attempt at stopping a defuse from the ninjas.
I think it started as, I want to peek this angle, and then it turned into, I've fallen off the ladder. Then it turned into, I'm going to distract him by falling on and off the ladder.
I think it turned into, there's over 100,000 people watching, I better play this off. And you know what? If you're going to do something in life, you damn sure want to look cool doing it.
Man, yeah, I totally meant to just go up and down the ladder the whole time. Think about what the confusion that caused him.
It's like a Hawka Dinko level play.
That's a Stanislaw grenade we've ever seen. Clipped. Looked like he should have landed, but did not. A round up for FaZe here. Just about holding this lead. NIP, they saved their money in the previous. They kept a few $1,000s, and they got a bomb plant which enabled this buy. Let go. Oh, I think he might have spotted the player on top of the train, but he's not going to get the reface. Grenade pop, Rain pushes with it. Who needs flashbangs? They're overrated. And Rez is dead. It's down to Cold on Ivy. He's just going to spray dry. There's no utility here. NIP want to take it into the yard, and they want to take it in a flurry of frags. Rain's going to re-smoke. And NIP are going around through the backtracks here. They have control towards CT. It's mollied right now, but it's an option if they want it. Rain is cut off the other side, but he is in between them and Letcro, who's crept his way out Olaf.
Yeah, this flank could do it all for FaZe in this round here and now. No one's even keeping this in mind for NIP. Now, with the bulk of this push coming in from Ivy, it's really only Lecro that's available to Olaf. But still, this leaves NIP kind of trapped, cordoned off back in the Ivy position. And now it's Twist who has to do it all in a 1v2. Olaf, his fellow countryman, up on the ladder, just toying with him, dancing around, denies the bomb plant just with his presence alone. And it's another fake for Twist.
Oh, he thought he got him.
That iconic, you know, looking away because you believe you got the kill. And it doesn't come through. FaZe, 14 on the board. It looked like NIP were just going to spill over that bomb site, but FaZe, they mix everything up.
Yeah, I think this slowdown there actually benefits FaZe more than NIP, right? Because it allows that flank to come through. If NIP just commit, you know, it might have gotten messy, it might not have even gone their way, but it would have been safer than just letting Olaf walk into the T-spawn. Not that they were to know, as you said, though, and now NIP backs against the wall. It's a heavy investment. It's not a full investment. They're relying on Nork. He's got that 1 AK in the round. 3 Ivy, 2 upper. Micro's waiting in main. And only Rez outside of that B bomb site. Careful on that smoke cold. I wouldn't want to be on the other side of it.
Oh, you can feel the pressure. NIP, they don't want to move. No one wants to be the first man to die. And they're hoping that eventually, you know, FaZe give them something. But FaZe aren't in the business of giving. They're in the business of taking away. And right now, business is a booming. Cold Zera looking into Ivy. He has this crossfire with Rain set up. This is not where you would want to find yourself if you're a member of NIP. Rez has gotten very, very deep within the B side. That's going to force rotations away. FaZe, they take their eyes off of Ivy. They take their eyes off the prize. And this leads to Nico getting bested alongside Cole. But the rotations have already... Rez coming in from B.
Wow.
Oh, dear. This has all been fed to the wolves. It's Olaf left up all alone. 1-on-3 to attempt. The bomb plant comes in for Nip. This flank from Rez delivers so much in this round. A very confusing one from Nip as they spread out. Olaf gets that kill, and now a 1v2 attemptable here from FaZe. Surely not. Olaf throws the smoke down toward the bomb. Don't think it landed on it, so I don't know if he can stick that. Yeah, he's actually missed it. Oh, dearie me. These are not the defusers you want to find yourself on. And there's the wraparound from Plopsky. 13 on the board for Nip. Still in with a chance. They break the economy of FaZe.
What happened to FaZe? Did they lose track of Rez? They saw him get in, and then everyone from FaZe rotates to that A bomb site because of the Ivy take. Cole dies, and FaZe just forget the fact that Rez has B. He flanks him in 10 seconds and gets into connector, winning the round for NIP. Without that kill, and FaZe are in a great position, right? They may have lost Ivy, but they still had 3 outer and the better weaponry in that round. So that really gives it away. Rez, an excellent performance, but you've got to be wondering, what happened to FaZe? Did they forget about him? 13-14, and FaZe have got to full eco, giving NIP room to move, room to maneuver, and room to get up into this game. It's overtime on the cards here. We're at bare minimum a 30-rounder. It's a quick, clean one for NIP. A couple of casualties, but round number 29, money doesn't matter. They have all of it. FaZe v NIP. It's all come down to this. We had 47 rounds back on Mirage. And we might not even be beginning the
at this point, man, give me another OT. Come on, NIP FaZe. Why not? If it's gone on this long, if anything, I'm a little bit salty if it just ends in regulation, you know? This series deserves an overtime, and whether or not we're going to get one really does depend on the outcome of this round, because I think if NIP win it, there is no money for FaZe. At that point, I think it's a done deal, but if FaZe pick this up, then this game might still have some legs on it yet. Might look to go the distance once again. We're already guaranteed the full 30 rounds. Are we going to get any more? Rez holding on to Pop Dog. FaZe spreading out on the outer bomb site. They've got 3 players down in Ivy. 2 keeping an eye on Main and Pop Dog. And that leaves a solo B hold in the form of Olaf Meister. Now, there is a rotation around preemptively from Rain. He's playing this kind of float position in the connector. He can offer support to either bomb site. And he just might be needed over at B.
Cut the tension with a knife. Or an AWP will do. Olof, he's looking to cut down these Swedes in the inner sight. Brokey has already dropped a man on Ivy. That was a lurk. That was a fake, and it's all come down to this. Already dead. Olof misses his shot, and now Rain on rotation gets his head removed. It's immediate kills for NIP, and they own the B bomb site. FaZe went 7-0 inside of this group stage. They did not drop a series versus anyone. They might be picking up their first loss here, their first best of 3 loss at the road to Rio in the playoffs. In this upper bracket semi-final, winner of this facing the winner of Astralis G2, a game going on right after this one. And it might come sooner than you think. Because while NIP have picked up the round, Harry, you mentioned FaZe will be broke. Well, not if they save, not if they get away with 3. And that's their intention right now. NIP don't want it to happen. These Swedes have enough money to buy, and so they can throw some spanners at the problem. But smoked off on Ivy, Letcro can't go for it, and it will just have to be a save for NIP. He's going to go through the smoke. He's going to hero play it, and Brokey is on the other side. Oh no! Luckily, he does get away with the AWP, and no more problems thrown at FaZe. NIP 15 rounds first. They get that match point here for this upper bracket semi-final. But FaZe, they've got more. This buy is excellent.
I know, it says, you know, Wednesday, 8 p.m. That's when the Super Series begins. Well, currently it's 9:21, because hello, this is a great game. NIP versus FaZe, and we might be about to head to an overtime if FaZe have their way. And at this point, it would feel fitting. NIP, they want to do everything in their power to end this series here and now. Back on Mirage, we saw 3 overtimes. In all of them, bar the last one, NIP were the team to reach map point first, and they weren't able to get it across the line. So they want to do everything in their power to win this round and have it be done with. And that there is ballsy from Plopsky. He plays around on the ladder. Rain, that's not a guy you want to go up against in this position. So Plopsky will get out of there. Looking like they want to try and take this pop control. They drop all this utility. They drop that second molly late, and what that does is it allows them to drop, and because 2 mollies were there, with the one still in the door, fading last, they know that no one can re-enter this position. So they get pop control. That was really nice from NIP. They've got it. Now what are they going to do with it? NIP looking for this A-side play. FaZe ready and waiting, hopefully, with a response.
But surely this isn't where it ends. Of course, with a shot like that, you might believe. Otherwise, they keep on flying in. Plopsky with 1, with 2. He makes it look easy. And now what can coldzera do to sort of stop this plant? What can he do to answer the call here that the Ninjas of Pyjamas have so much rang in with? Olaf with 1 for himself. This has now gone down to a winnable round for the FaZe clan.
And the bomb's been dropped. That's the key frag. Olaf knocks it off for the site. And if they boost in connector, they can hold on to it. Brokey goes through. He misses, though. And NIP can get a bomb plant with 15 seconds remaining. Brokey and Olaf, the 2-on-3 that needs to happen if FaZe want to keep this series going. Lekro's been picked up. The shot connects for Brokey. And it's down to Twist with the AWP. He knows where both players are. The bomb in his sight and the shot connecting. It's the 1-on-1 that won't happen. Brokey picking it up and taking us to yet another overtime.
What a shot and an absolute half there. This man is a beast. In 15-15, you better believe it, sister. We're going overtime.
Yeah, I don't know if you're sitting here waiting for that Astralis G2 game. I'm sorry to report. That one's getting delayed, boys and girls. It's already a bit behind schedule, but overtime, that's more important.
So what you're saying is, we're still going to play Astralis G2 after this.
You're damn right, Trace.
Damn right we are. Right here at the SO1 Road to Rio. Things could not be any closer than they currently are. Tied, neck and neck, 15-15. FaZe and the Ninjas of Pyjamas in a series that has delivered thus far.
And is still delivering.
It is still delivering.
Shot on the E-Box guy.
I don't even know. I'm just, yeah, this is great. This is how it should end. This is the 3rd map we deserved. And Rain's going to open it up with a kill on Electro, looking for a little bit more. And Rain, it's pouring out on the A-bomb site. He's doubled up. Well, kind of an anticlimactic ending. Shout out Twist there for that one. And he's even followed up with another. Nico in the firing line now. Cold will come in with a kill onto the man out from Pop, and this leaves Twist all alone in a 1v3. Hard waters to navigate, and it's Cold to solidify 16 for FaZe. Let's not forget, 19 is the magic number we are looking for, but I expect all you folk at home to know that more than ever after this series and the number of overtimes we've had.
Is this the curse for NIP, guys? We talked on Mirage. Every time they had a match point, they lost the round, it went to another OT, and then they started off. This time that curse has finally been lifted. FaZe bring it to overtime and then take the first. The momentum has shifted.
The wild thing is like for the longest time, obviously not with this iteration of the squad, but that was a FaZe clan classic, right? The inability to close out games. Now that was a long while ago, and Nico, he's really revamped this squad. They're looking to do away with that curse once and for all, and they've managed it all group stage long. Now in the games that really, really matter, FaZe looking to come alive in OT once again.
Let's not limit it there either. You're going to look at the top right. You're going to see 69 first map. Mirage, 25-22, now 16-15 on the third map of this series. If you're Yanko, you're also going, well, what the heck, guys? Close it out, will ya?
Yeah, well, FaZe are up around. This is their best shot to do it on the CT side. They're looking like, for a flawless half here. Lekro's out and about in the yard. They see the flash. They should know there's a player roll-off, but it is a B play. Broky's watching for it. That's a quick kill. Rez gives no time for Broky to react, and just like that, NIP are in the B bomb site.
Oh, Rain will get one, but that's before the trade, and Lekro offers himself up on this flank. 3-on-3 at B, and Olof leading the charge, but then shortly after, does get cut down. Looking at Nico, you're looking at Cold Zera, you're hearing the names, you're seeing the numbers in the server, and you're still believing in this 2-on-3. Time is the problem right now for FaZe. They've also even got money to take into account. There's a lot going on in the brain of a man like Nico right now. Nork, not much going on in his brain. It's been blown right open by the man in question. Twist does come in with a kill to keep this in favor of NIP, and the round is done. Decided on the back of this B play. 16 on the board for NIP, tying us up once again.
16-16, Harry. That's the magic scoreline. But I don't think we've reached the conclusion of the magic trick itself. Like, this is a series that just keeps going.
Yeah, man, now this has gone full-on magic roundabout because we are just going round and round in these OTs right now. 16-16.
This is the last of the half.
It is true, and yes, you're right. The first number is 19. That would, give someone the W. We could go to another OT. That is also a possibility. I just want to say, Plopsky, 21-19 currently. And if you look at the thing overall, well, it's been a good day in the office for him. 11 multi-kill rounds.
Yeah, 29 frags. He's looking for 30 in this very round, Plopsky is. Let's see if he can get it. Only one player on B. Once again, it's Olof. He's got the utility for the ramp, but falling back means he could not hear the sound of the grenade pins being pulled in the halls. Molotov going down. Olof wants to play safe. He doesn't want to die on the initial entry. If NIP, surround this site, Olof wants to play retake with his team, and that's what this position allows him to do. The util goes in, and so do the Swedes. They are running right at him. Olof needs to fight back. He needs to bite back, but already scopes posted, and the bomb getting planted. NIP with control of the round. Rez is going aggressive, and look at the entourage of T's that follow him. It's a conga line of Swedes. They're up towards a connector. FaZe are walking into an absolute stack. Not waiting. Missed shot. Rain gets him. He's been crisp in overtime, and he won't stop now.
Oh dear, that conga line has led into certain death and demise for NIP. It's Twist, the one man who refused to take part in the festivities. Now 1v3 from a 1-on-4. Cold almost removed, but not quite. And FaZe, a B-side retake that does come through. 17-16. They narrowly close out the first half of OT with this one-round advantage.
You know what that round teaches us, right? It teaches us you can never trust the conga line. Never. Obviously, never know where it's going to go, never know where it's going to end up. And that notion, it proves to be fatal. Nip really did kind of overbite as to what they did in the site there, pushing all the way to the back of the yard. And, well, we do continue on. 17-16. Magic number 19 is what FaZe or Nip are looking for.
I don't think the push was bad for Nip. I like the aggression in the post part. I just don't think they had any kind of setup. They were just all pushed towards Brown and Connector, and FaZe were able to isolate them. When we saw FaZe do the same thing on the T side, they had this really nice crossfire between Rain and Cold. So, FaZe have at least practiced that concept. NIP, well, a little more sloppy, and FaZe holding the lead by 1. Orb is out. 3 of them on the CT side. It's a bit of a gamble here for the Ninjas, but they know that it's not like this is going to be a 3-round half unless they're winning the rounds. If FaZe go 2-0, it's done. So NIP can actually afford to buy these AWPs. As long as they're not winning rounds in one-on-ones constantly, that would be costly. But right now in overtime, things are a little closer than that. Boost up potentially. Twister's watching for it. This is actually how he was picked out of regulation in the first place. The one-on-one where he jumps E-box and Brokey hits a shot. I think Brokey has looked excellent in this team as well as of late for FaZe. All the players talk about how he's really improved, and he really has improved. I love the fake. The flash pops above. It's not going to blind anyone, but the sound makes Rez scared, and he sort of hobbles out of the pop dog and then tries to crawl back in to his death. The double FaZe clan set up, and Plopsky clears a position. FaZe are going B, and NIP know it because of this re-aggression. Plopsky can flank, and when he does, he's got to watch out for the man above.
Oh, Lekro just catching the timing, realizes that now they're down in the site, but do be sure to keep your eye on a man like Plopsky, who's somehow bypassed Brokey. Oh dear, he's now very, very deep, and Rain's trying to hold on. This is where Brokey's going to come in and get the kill, and indeed he will. It all falls onto Nork in a 1-on-4, and he's been isolated, cut down by Nico. 18-16 match and series point now residing with FaZe here in OT. 1 away from getting it done and keeping their undefeated streak and the road to Rio going.
Surely no way they can drop this at this point, right? 2-round lead, 2 rounds to get 1 on the board. That's a bit of a teen knife in sport. Not what you like to see, but we'll forget about it as quick.
It's not like it's that important, right?
Yeah, as it happens. Don't worry, it's not in overtime or anything in the third map of a series that decides whether you go on to the next stage in the upper bracket or face Vitality. That's where NIP will be if they lose this round, or either of these rounds. FaZe have 2 opportunities at gold, at first place.
Wow, it all might just come down to this. FaZe, they've done well to get us this far. Everyone has stepped up in spades today. And for NIP, the same kind of story could be told. Either one of these 2 teams feel like they deserve to win this series. But there's only place for one. Cold and Nico going to take this foothold down in the pop dog. They force Rez out, and that's quite the man to force a reposition out of. That missed Molotov as well might make all the difference. Oh, they missed another. Oh no, NIP. Oh dear! And then the peek comes through from Nico. A double missed Molotov allows Nico the opener, affords a 5-on-4 to FaZe Clan. This is not the time to be missing utility. This is not the time to be giving up opening kills. Rez now has to sit from beyond the grave and watch as the rest of NIP try and stay alive in this matchup. But once again, it's Nico delivering kill after kill in this round.
Man.
The hat-trick, 3 kills to his name. Nork is pinned on in, and Olaf finds him. Lekro, it's all eyes on him. And FaZe take the victory, 2-1. They keep their undefeated streak going. And FaZe Clan, it takes them an overtime, but they get it across the line. They'll continue through the upper bracket. NIP facing Vitality now, down in the lower bracket. Join us after a quick break. We'll be back to break this one down and review the madness that we just witnessed.